to make people-to-people contact that we keep on hearing all about. And social media, it has a marvelous and tremendous power and reach these days. So why is media freedom important to you and to Pakistan? That's a very interesting question, easy and difficult at the same time. By answering that, young Pakistanis can compete to win something that they so badly crave, many of them these days, that is an iPod. And you can win that in this U.S. Consulate General Lahore-sponsored essay competition. You can find full details of how to go about it, how to participate on the U.S. Consulate General's page. We'll be getting more details for you. And to discuss this further, and a host of other things, we have with us in the studio, I'm privileged to have Mr. Tristram Perry, who is the spokesperson for the U.S. Consulate General here in Lahore. So let's welcome Tristram here to the morning show. Good morning, Tristram. Nice to have you.
Thank you so much.
I hope
Great to be here.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I hope you didn't have to wake up too early in the morning.
No, this is when I get up, so it's not a big
great.
deal.
You're an early riser.
I am. You know, I have to get to work pretty early. So.
All right. The iPod, you know.
iPod, Zoom information. And what we wanted to do was look for something that was both important to the United States and to people in Pakistan. And one value we share is that of media freedom. And I think people are fiercely proud of how free media works here in Pakistan, and you know, it's one of the core values of America is the freedom of expression.
Exciting me as well.
It
when
is.
I found that out this morning. So tell us about it. How can people participate? The question is very interesting. Why is media freedom important to you and to Pakistan? That's of course a question put to the youth of the country, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a couple of things at play here. Pakistanis are getting onto Facebook more and more. Actually, I've been kind of impressed by how connected people are here with their mobile phones and the social networks and what they're calling social media right now, Twitter, Facebook, and a host of other things. But for people under 30, it's not social media, it's not new media, it's just media. It's how they consume and the freedom of the press.
All right, so I'm just curious. Of course, no one can underestimate and know two words about how powerful and how dynamic social media has been. Websites such as Facebook and Twitter, the most popular ones across the world. So why has that been chosen?
Well, I mean, first of all, Facebook has in Pakistan over 3 million users, which if you add up the circulation of the top 10 newspapers here in Pakistan, it's 50% more people are on Facebook than reading newspapers in Pakistan.
You're right, yeah.
And, you know, Pakistan is actually very connected when it comes to the internet. If you look at the top 10 countries in Asia, you know, with China at the top, and then, you know, number 3 is India. Pakistan comes in at number 8 with about 18 million people online. But if you took that as a function of population, actually, you have almost 2.5 more times people by per capita online than India does. So about 12% of the population is online here in Pakistan.
That's news.
India only has about 6 or 7. And really, you know, right here in Lahore, you guys should be very proud, the #1 selling BlackBerry application in the world was produced right here in Lahore. Pepper.pk has a photo editing suite. It's topping the charts when it comes to paid apps in BlackBerry. So there's lots of exciting things happening in technology. And then lastly, Twitter. Twitter just signed a deal with one of the major telecoms here where you can tweet for free from your mobile device. And so, you know, Pakistan is on the radar for a lot of American high-tech companies.
Yeah, so you think that Pakistanis are making good and purposeful use of the benefits that social networking offers?
Absolutely. I think there's a real sense of freedom of information here, and that people want to share. It's an information society.
Right.
They want to share things about their family, about their friends, but they're very interested in the world outside. I mean, I think Pakistan has a tremendous appetite for news, and regular folks are very informed as to what's going on internationally, not only in the neighborhood, but in other parts of the world as well. I've been very impressed by that while I've been here.
Right, and speaking of other parts of the world, Tristram, you are a diplomat. You know, when you've been going around the world, you've been to Indonesia recently, and are part of the new and dynamic spokespersons and the public relations, people-to-people contact team that the U.S. Consulate General has. So how do you look at the Pakistan media? Do you think that this explosion of information and comments and feedback that social networking offers, you were talking to me about how the websites of newspapers such as the Express Tribune are playing their role. Do you think this explosion of all of this comment and content is quite a challenge for people like you?
Well, actually, it's a breath of fresh air. I mean, I think the way that people are communicating is fundamentally different now. No longer can media organizations or governments say, here's our point of view, take it or leave it. I think we have to be more in listening mode. And you see the web in its 2.0 and 3.0 phases where it's real-time feedback. Time was, in Pakistan, you had one television, one newspaper, one radio. And you could write a letter to the editor and it took a day to get published, and you may or may not get that published. Now, the Express Tribune website, sometimes an article will come out and you'll have 500 comments on it.
Yeah.
And we moderate our comments actively on the Lahore Facebook page, which by the way is facebook.com/lahore.us consulate. We get real-time feedback, and we try to answer most questions within about a day of doing it. It's no one person's full-time job, but it's great to hear what people really think and what they really say, and we want to have a conversation.
Yeah, but that's a very important point, what people really think and what they really say, but how these things are sometimes misused. Do you think people are actually saying what they want to say?
Oh, there's
Is credibility an issue?
Credibility is an issue, absolutely. But, blogs or online, these are tools, and people can use them for good or for bad, and it's like any other tool.
So how do we judge that?
Like a hammer,
criteria?
or, well, is there some positive interaction being generated?